Terry Show coming to you from the Hobbit Hole Studio in Bobcaygeon. I'm one of your hosts, Terry, and with me, as always, well, most of the time,
Little Jimmy.
good friend, Sir Jim.
Sir Jim.
Sir Jim of the Pepperlaw.
Have you seen my scarf?
I'm going to hang a scarf off your chair just to make you feel royal and noble. Or is it the ascot? Should it be the ascot that's wrapped around your...
Well, it might be asked something, but...
We're going to talk a little bit more about things that we find interesting just because we got a coffee and we have the gift of the gab and a couple of mics that are turned on and a recording software that seems to be working, knock on wood.
Oh, jeepers, you had what? The
pipe
computer's listening.
Oh, gee. Well, today started off with most of the setup.
Look at it's working because I roughed it up.
But that was the fuel for a bunch of interesting podcasts. Because when we live on the edge of technological failure, we make the most out of what we say. All right, where were we going to go with this one?
Well, we were just talking about, I was talking about the demise, I think, of America. And one of the things I was saying is various kingdoms around the world, countries have fallen.
The fall of empires, yeah.
And the United States seems to be following that same pattern.
Which include what kind of markers?
Well, for instance, overextending your military to the point where you're over-financing your military. And as we're speaking right now, money is being withheld from all 50 states by the Trump government, which would go to the poorest people. So one of the things that marked that failure is stealing from the poor for your military. And so that seems to be what's happening now. And then, of course, the pride. We don't need anybody else. We're self-sufficient. Our money is the value of the world. And that was Spain especially, apparently. It got devalued down to nothing. And so you got that. You got a lot of other ones, too. I just don't remember them, that mark the pride and everything else of an empire that's starting to weak. And I'm not the only one who thinks this. I'm starting to hear it on TV now, where maybe on my phone, Terry, to be truthful, about, well, Midas Touch, for instance, about the collapsing of the American way and the American world. And especially its reputation around the world. I mean, you'd have to be a fool to trust the United States administration, not the people. People are wonderful, other than you're a little bit ignorant to what you've
I remember at least 77 million of them elected this guy for the second time after knowing what was going on.
And they will fight for him for the third, even though it's totally unconstitutional.
Yeah.
And that might be your civil war.
Well, here we go. We're setting the stage for an investigation of whether movies actually predict the future. How many times did The Simpsons predict things that were going to happen?
Apparently they were doctored.
So here we go. It's always a case of people in the present being able to put things back into the past and alter the past to make it look like somebody knew what was going on.
Somebody
secret cabal of knowledge. Yeah. But we're going to talk about a movie, The Hunger Games, especially, the one, it came in a series, but I ended up reading one of the books
Mockingbird
and then watching, the Mockingjay or whatever.
Yeah,
and the songs and the rebellion and how the colonies, the 11 districts, or 12, I can't remember, 12 districts, and some of them resemble areas of the United States that are currently, maybe some of them were even Canadian, like maybe they merged British Columbia and the Pacific Northwest down to California as one district. But I'm wondering whether that movie, which is, the theme is the rebellion, because some people had it really well off, the oligarchs. And
whoa, where have we seen that before?
Yes, and President Snow, nice, dignified, rose-trimming Donald Sutherland character.
Yeah.
He gets it in the end, but there's enough tension raised in that movie to suggest that is it really writing ahead of time what will unfold, that America will fall into districts that will not
rebel.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, already they're redistricting, and that started again, if memory serves me right, with the Republicans redistricting an area. Then it was countered by California. Well, now it's all over the United States. The
batch began with Texas,
and so the next election. Just think about this: no matter whose side you're on, it's not fair. No matter who. So Trump has really succeeded in dividing the United States
Yeah,
of
because
America.
no one trusts the
Nobody
electoral
trusts.
process.
Well, who wins that election? It's been you're not letting the black people vote. You're not letting the Hispanics vote. Oh, we won, great. We lost, not so great. And so it's this division. The fairness of an election where you could all rally behind your wonderful, powerful president, which I miss. You know, he was the epitome of
Dignity.
Soundness and dignity and
Wisdom.
class and wisdom.
And he loved children.
And he
Didn't
loved
make them
children.
stand in the Oval Office and ignore
didn't
them.
didn't scare the crap out of them.
Except he went to China and he said, "That beautiful children."
But doesn't it all make you
beautiful
cringe? Doesn't
children.
it all make you cringe?
Yes.
Did it not?
Yes. Well,
So yeah,
am I looking for it?
It did with me. Well, I don't know the reason,
Right.
but it didn't with Reagan or it didn't with Nixon. I never cringed at some statement like that. But now it's like, oh, the beautiful children. Oh, don't say that. Jeez, don't be looking at them. Why are you looking at them?
not when you're an accused pedophile.
Well, yeah, and so the United States I don't think it's. Let me put it this way. I think when the fall happens, if it happens, it's going to be lightning fast. I mean, lightning
Fast and Furious,
fast.
as in The
Yeah,
Rock?
it's not just going to kind of rot slowly. It's going to be like a punishment. Because already he's divided everybody. You can't trust the media. You can't trust this. You can only trust him, and he's a liar. So you can't trust him. Canada makes an agreement with Trump. It's not going to be in the heart agreement.
No.
Because you can't trust him.
No. So it's going to be a signed paper.
It's just going to be a signed paper.
What good is that? Carney
and you
said,
hope it's going to
no
work.
deal is better than a bad deal.
Yeah, yeah.
So I wouldn't sign anything.
I wouldn't sign a
And
thing either.
I'm not in a rush to get Kuzma ratified. Just
Nor
let
am
it
I.
go. Let businesses continue to trade across the border. The ones,
Yeah.
the automobile sector especially. Just keep doing it, guys. Ignore the tariffs. Do not pay the tariffs. Ignore them.
Yeah,
Trump will not give them back to the industries.
No, he's going to keep that money too. Yeah, and so what's it to do? To build an army that he's incapable of handling with incompetence. His head of the military, with incompetence, they got the most powerful force in the entire world, and apparently they've really depleted a lot of their stuff by shooting down, $10,000 drones with $1 million
Senator
missiles.
Kelly had that, and why Hegseth wants him again for the second time to be brought up under some kind of investigation or military court, because Kelly's been saying you can't blow up the amount of stuff you spent on that first 4 weeks and have it not replaced. Like, how long does it take to replenish?
Yeah. So you got to be smart. You got to be intelligent. You got to be like all the other presidents, just maybe going back 3 or 4, that said no to Netanyahu or no to Israel. We are not going to raid Iran because it's unwinnable. Mm-hmm. Now, it might be winnable, but the way that might be winnable, you don't want to think about. Because I've often said the next nuclear bomb that goes off, it's going to be the United States again.
I'm not sure about nuke
If
being
it
used.
does.
Yeah, I'm not sure that anybody, any sane person, would ever use a nuke.
What was that word you used?
Sane.
Sane.
I'm sane-washing
do you
this, Jim.
think? Do you think that Trump is not mentally disturbed in some way?
I'm hoping the sane people are in charge of the codes.
But they're sycophants, so they're not. They're not going to tell him what he needs to hear.
Right.
You can't tell him what he needs to hear. You'll be fired. So you're just going to tell him, which is another one of those marks of insanity leaders at the end of a nation, right? The leader goes nuts.
It's not the end of a nation, it's the end of an empire. Remember, the post-World War II era was built almost exclusively on the backs of American goodwill and money.
Yeah.
But they did it for themselves, too, because the Russians were the evil boogeyman. Communism was the boogeyman. China was communist. Russia was communist. We had to stop them, and China's infiltrating North Vietnam. That's why we had to go to Vietnam. We used collectively. But all these were choices to contain. The Marshall Doctrine was to contain communism.
Yeah.
How do you contain it? We need bases everywhere, so that we can have our ships right there just in case, have our planes right there just in case, have our destroyers, our subs. Our subs are out there all the time. We have to keep them circulating. That's why nuclear subs are preferred, because they don't have to be refueled, and they maybe have to get food and stuff to resupply, but they can stay submerged forever.
Yeah, yeah. And so this is the world we're now in. And so it really only takes one madman to set it all off. And that when that madman has no controls, like nobody's telling him he's mad. Like nobody's telling him that, Terry. And he's doing really insane things.
That's true. I mean, he came out and he said on Truth Social, "Nice polls, thank you."
Yeah,
Did you see that?
they couldn't be worse.
It couldn't be worse. So where are you getting this information?
Yeah.
Who's telling you?
Yeah.
So again, this word sycophants seems to be the one,
Yeah.
the common word.
But they're making money. Like they're all making money off
that
them.
takes us over
They're
to the
playing-
Iran oil. How many times
Yeah.
has Trump? You pointed
Yeah.
this out. The rise and fall of the markets, the oil. Somebody buys low, then Trump says, "Oh, we're going to blow them smithereens." Price goes up through the roof, and somebody sells high.
Yeah,
Buy
yeah.
low, sell
Yeah.
high.
It's the most corrupt,
Most corrupt.
at least visibly corrupt we've ever seen.
Oh, that goes for the whole family.
Yeah, yeah.
It's complicated.
It's complicated.
Preach it.
This relationship I have with my morning coffee. It's from the way that I breathe.